When chicken hearts are cooked the right way, they taste like the best parts of the legs and thighs, tender and full of flavor. The problem is that the hearts need to be cooked very quickly at a high temperature in order to not be tough and chewy, which presents a problem for making them flavorful because they aren't in the pan for very long. This is a South American recipe, but with the addition of Chinese XO sauce to add sweetness and complexity. If you've never had chicken hearts before, you're going to be amazed by what you've been missing all this time.
In volume 3, I'm going to show you a much more sophisticated approach to the seasoning mix for this, but this will work. I'm taking one dried green chili, about half a teaspoon of commercial dried lemon peel, about 3/4 of a teaspoon of pimenton smoked paprika, and just a little bit short of a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and we'll grind this together. Again, not as good as what you'll see in volume 3 of my cookbook series, but this will work for now. I have 200 grams of chicken hearts that I have washed and dried. I'm going to sprinkle salt on them. There's no salt in that seasoning mix, remember. Here's the entire seasoning mix we just ground up. And then about a teaspoon of flour. And we're going to set this off to the side and let it kind of marinate for a little bit before we cook it. It's especially important in a recipe like this to have all you need lined up ready to go, because this thing cooks very, very quickly and you will not have time to get ready while it's cooking. So we have vegetable oil, the passata, a couple of cloves of garlic, a scallion, red chili, the XO sauce as explained in the previous recipe, and the chicken hearts that are already kind of marinating this dry coating, and of course a scallion now, and a cigarette lighter, because you're going to need this to do the flambe. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start heating up the pan very, very hot, and while that's heating I'm going to do the last part of the preparation, which is slicing the green part of the scallion, the garlic, and the red chili, and then everything will be ready to go. And here we go, the pan's hot, we're ready to rock. Okay, I got about 30 milliliters of vegetable oil in there. I just checked the temperature. It's over 200 Celsius. It's quite hot. Of course, the heat is on about 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to begin by sauteing chicken hearts on their own, and start the timer about now. Coming up on 45 seconds after they started. Now I'm going to add the garlic and the red chilies. Watch for them popping. Close here. Okay, this is now 1 minute since I added the garlic and the chili. Here goes the cognac. Watch out, don't burn your eyebrows. While there's still liquid in the pan, we're going to add the passata. Still watching the time here too. We're at about 2.5 minutes right now from when we first added the chicken hearts. Now I'm going to add that XO paste in. Stir this in. I've just turned the heat off completely. There's now no longer any heat under the pan, but of course there's a lot of residual heat here.
The second volume of my cookbook is now available through Amazon and other booksellers. It covers the YouTube recipes from the last 8 months with more in-depth information. I received requests for the procedures on all recipes, and I've listened to you. Every recipe has step-by-step directions, and of course there are recipes that aren't on YouTube. But this is not just a recipe book. Far from it, as you can see from some of the topics scrolling by here. I'm certain that anyone who watches my channel and any serious cook will find this book a treasury of useful and new information you won't find anywhere else. If you want to know more about my adventures as a chef around the world and have some great laughs along the way, be sure to check out the video tour of my book, 40 Years in One Night. It's up on YouTube right now. Click the link. Also look for my cocktail book, Cocktails of the South Pacific and Beyond, Advanced Mixology, available through Amazon online.